Arsenal, their game against Wolves, when you're going up against, you want to go 7 points clear of Man City. You don't want to give a useless point, to a club that's going to get relegated. That's bottom of the table, really isn't competing. They're just playing these games to finish so they can get relegated properly, right? That's not a club you want to give a point to. As Arsenal, as a team that's chasing a title they haven't won in over 20 years. After all that, we saw Mikel Arteta. Of course, he refused to place any blame on a specific player, but he just said, all in all, they didn't perform the way they expected to perform, and it's not a good look. But now the focus is on the North London derby. And with that being said, we saw Calafiori returning, and unfortunately, he brought problems with him. Arsenal are now aiming to welcome back Martin Odegaard and also Kai Havertz to face Tottenham this weekend. They'll be in the North London derby on Sunday, so let's wait and see if they'll do something different. Yesterday, I happened to go to Filippo Mondi Stadium in Lugogo to watch one of the games of matchday 17, and that was KCCA as they hosted Bull. It's been a bit shaky, especially the last about 5 games. It kind of felt like it would take the same direction, but all of us were hoping that they would redeem themselves. Ivan Ahimbisiwe did open the scoring for KCCA, and then Dennis Sawagude equalized as we headed into halftime, and we're like, okay, here we go. It's starting now, right? But Habat Achai then doubled KCCA's lead, and we had to just pray till the end. And at the very end, it almost looked like they would equalize. That didn't happen, so it ended 2-1. And today we'll have also the last games of matchday 17 of the Uganda Premier League. At 4 p.m, we'll have Kitara hosting URA, and then SC Villa will host Maroons at 8 p.m. at Fufa Stadium, Kadiba. Now, Felipe Coutinho, we haven't spoken about him or even heard from him in a while, and now he's released an emotional statement. Apparently, he won't stand for disrespect and being misunderstood. He has left the Brazilian club, Vasco da Gama, for the second time in his career, by the way. It's not the first time this is happening. He did return to the club in July 2024. At first, it was on loan from Villa, and then he joined them permanently after a year. So now, he's only 33 years old also, so he's still quite young. I think, he might go to Saudi Arabia or something. But he put out a statement. I thought long and hard before writing this. I really did. And he said, but out of respect, affection, and love that I have for you and for this club, I felt I needed to come here and speak from the heart. At the moment, on my way to the locker room, I felt and realized that my time at the club was over, and I didn't return to prioritize my mental health. That hurts a lot. And he said, the truth is, I'm very mentally exhausted. I've always been very reserved, so saying this here isn't easy, but I need to be honest with a heavy heart. I understand that now is the time to take a step back and end this chapter at Vasco.